And good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. 166 more Kentuckians have tested positive for COVID-19. That puts Kentucky's total at 8,167 now. Governor Beshear announced 376 people have died from the virus in Kentucky. That is up 10 from yesterday. We'll have more on COVID-19 in a few minutes, but first we're still keeping a close eye on the flood threat. Even though it's sunny now in parts of the region, far eastern Kentucky could still see some more heavy rain tonight. Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel has the latest on this severe weather alert day. Paige?
Yeah, Steve, like you said, some of us are seeing even a little bit of sunshine. I think I've seen some a little bit outside of my window, but some of us still going to be dealing with soggy conditions, and tonight that flash flood watch remains in effect for some of our counties. First, we'll take you up, though, to satellite and radar showing the peaks of sunshine that areas along I-75 and the deep Cumberland Valley have seen throughout the day today. However, if you look closer to the Big Sandy region along that Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia border, been dealing more with those soggy conditions throughout the day. So pinpoint Doppler right now showing the heaviest bands starting to set up into some of our West Virginia counties, and even Pike County has been hit hard. You can also see multiple flood warnings out for rivers across eastern Kentucky and even up towards Lexington. We'll continue to see those heading into the next probably couple of hours, maybe even couple of days. Now, the river forecast heading into the rest of today, most are still at about their crest, still getting there slightly, but we are going to start to see those rivers go down heading into the next few days. You can see a lot of them got to minor to moderate flood stage from the Kentucky River, Red River, and even the Cumberland River down into parts of that Cumberland Valley. So there's a look at that flash flood watch. Only a handful of our counties are in this. This goes until 8 a.m. tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more about how much more rain to expect overnight coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Paige. This afternoon, there was a shooting in the Walls End community of Bell County. A woman was shot outside a home and had to be flown to UK Hospital. WYMT's Emily Bennett is live with the details. Emily?
Steve, just around 1:15 this afternoon, the Pineville Police Department received a call saying that a woman had been shot in the throat. Now, police tell me that 26-year-old Zachary Ty and another man were fighting outside this home on West Tennessee Avenue. They say the fight had started to break up, and then Ty pulled a gun on the other man and fired one round. Now, it missed the man but hit Michelle Rye in the throat. Police arrived and took Ty into custody. Now, Rye had to be flown to UK Medical Center for her injuries.
By the time I arrived, the victim had been removed by the ambulance service. The shooter was in custody. Some of the details right now are still sketchy. We're early on in this investigation. I don't have a lot of the details at this moment.
Now, Ty is facing assault and wanton endangerment charges. Now, depending on the victim's condition, these charges could be upgraded. In Bell County, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
Emily, thank you. A Floyd County man, state police say, shot another man yesterday morning, pleaded not guilty today. Stephen Moore faces an assault charge along with being a convicted felon in possession of a gun. Police found the victim, Tyler Ousley, at Pikeville Medical Center with a gunshot wound to the back. He is expected to survive. State police do not know what led to the shooting. Moore is being held on a $25,000 cash bond. His preliminary hearing is set for next Tuesday. Friday, Kentucky restaurants can reopen at 33% capacity to in-person diners. That is only one of the restrictions. While some restaurants say it is time, others do not know how they will do it. WYMT's Will Puckett has more on how one restaurant changed its tune since the last time we talked.
This Friday, Shep's Place in Corbin will reopen to customers.
We think that is going to be manageable. We'll take whatever business we can get during this time.
When restrictions for restaurants were released, co-owner Brandon Shepard did not see a way that they could make it work.
As far as having a draft beer in a styrofoam cup, I mean, it's certainly possible and we're going to be able to do it, but I just don't know if that's what people would prefer.
But in just more than 1 week's time, Shepard took a step back and looked at all the ways that they could make it happen.
Reopening now and getting customers back in, since we had them in a few months, it's going to give us the ability to really gradually be able to handle everything.
Shepard is a Corbin City Commissioner, working his connections on Main Street as well as in the commission meetings. He believes more good can come from this.
My biggest hopes too is that this is something that maybe can stay and it can become, an attraction in itself in regards to our Main Street.
1 like blocking off Main Street from 4th Street to Nibrock Park, allowing people to social distance while also enjoying food and drinks like they did before. In Corbin, Will Bucket, WYMT Mountain News.
28 people is 33% capacity for Sheps. Shepherd says he has had conversations with other businesses along Main Street about some of his ideas. Retail shops are allowed to open today, and stores and customers are getting used to the new guidelines. The Middlesboro Mall opened its doors at 10 this morning. They are required to keep the mall at 33% capacity. Maintenance is constantly walking around to make sure people are following the social distancing guidelines and making sure everything is clean. Many shoppers came today excited to be able to buy new shoes and get summer clothes, but for some shoppers it felt strange to be back in the stores.
It's not something that I've done in so long that you wouldn't think something as commonplace as shopping would ever become weird, but it definitely kind of has.
The mall is welcome to mall walkers. Some stores such as JCPenney and Bath & Body Works have not opened yet, and there's no word on when they will open. Goodwill is joining the list of retailers opening today. A lot of people stuck at home have been cleaning out their closets, like me. Now Goodwill is accepting their donations. An important change they are making during the pandemic: all donated items will be sanitized before going out on the sales floor. There's also a list of guidelines workers will follow, including temperature checks before shifts and wearing masks and gloves. As we begin opening more up across the Commonwealth, testing also continues to expand. Bell County had its first COVID-19 case on Saturday, but drive-through testing there, which started today, may be a way to help slow the spread. WYMT's Connor James shows us how that site works.
This sign hangs at the Pineville Community Health Center. Draped above US 25, the sign signals the start of drive-through testing in Bell County.
We had our first case positive in Bell County on Saturday, so it's really important that more people get tested so that we can see who's been exposed and they can get properly treated.
Mary Bishop is the CNO here. The setup at the center looks different. Cones and signs direct those getting tested where to go. Wednesday, Bishop worked alongside others as the first day of testing was underway. She knows how it goes, having been tested herself.
The whole procedure will last about 10 seconds or less. It's not what I consider painful. I've had it done a couple times. It is very uncomfortable.
She emphasizes how crucial testing is, a sentiment shared by infection preventionist Bonnie Browning.
Absolutely. If you're asymptomatic or if you have symptoms, it's very important to get tested.
The testing here is by appointment. Results usually are back within about 4 days, sometimes sooner.
It's possible to spread the infection to others without knowing that you have it. So it's definitely very important that everyone get tested, whether you have symptoms or you don't.
The test itself does not cost you anything. Insurance covers it. As workers here continue to push for more in the county to get tested. In Pineville, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
If you are interested in getting tested, the number to do that is 606-654-4693. A London business is looking to hire hundreds of people. Censure is a call center. They've turned most of their jobs remote in the middle of this pandemic. For those wanting to work from home, they provide the startup equipment at no cost to employees. They have also taken precautions for employees still working inside the building, including checking employees' temperatures. We have a link on WYMT.com on how to apply. State leaders are once again addressing concerns about the state's unemployment system. According to the State Unemployment Office, the claims process has changed. Some applicants thought a recent email they received from the state was a scam with unfamiliar links they were asked to follow. But the office confirms the email is legit, adding that applicants must complete each step to qualify for benefits. Like many industries, the coronavirus has had an impact on the real estate industry. Virtual tours have taken the place of many physical open houses. Realtors have leaned on technology, whether it is video walkthroughs or FaceTime showings. One thing that has not changed is the number of buyers. Realtor Daniel Carmack says the current housing inventory is low.
Now is a great time to put your house on the market because there is very little inventory from Lexington to London to Corbin. Inventory is low. There's not many houses out there for sale, so people are ready to find a house, and there's just not much out there for them to find.
Carmack says if they do have to go into a home, proper safety steps like wearing masks, shoe booties, and plenty of hand sanitizer is used.
And more rain is expected heading into tonight, but how long will it last? I'll have that answer coming up.
Plus, you might remember Hope, a pregnant horse rescued after being shot in Floyd County. With spring here, we wanted you to meet her little colt.